All right, so yeah, y'all, man, welcome back. Part two, whatever. Go ahead, yeah, bro. We on part two, last one. You feel me? Technical difficulties. We ended that one. You feel
Mm,
me? So
mm.
we over here now. Feel me? Me, my man, AJ. We back. Okay, bet.
You already
Go ahead.
know. Last of the NFL picks for this week, we got the Los Angeles Rams versus the Cincinnati Bengals, with the Bengals being favored by 2.5. Uh, Joe Burrow has not looked good these first two games. Uh, the defense has been good, but I
You said
mean
who played? You said the Bengals and who?
the Rams.
And the Rams. Okay, okay,
hmm
okay.
With the
Shit.
Bengals being favored by 2.5.
I mean, this could potentially be the game where Joe Burrow, wake up. I think he could. I think he could play good this week. I mean, honestly, like I say, it depends though because I mean his offensive line is still some shit. So I mean,
Yeah,
I
it is.
mean honestly, Aaron Donald gonna fuck around and have a field day. You know what I mean? So
He
yeah,
could definitely do that.
yeah. I mean, and if he getting pressure, that's gonna fold the rest of them up, and everybody gonna start. They're gonna start just stacking. But I mean, you can't stack the box against them though. So
Yeah, you can, especially with Joe Mixon. I had another guy who's on my fantasy team.
right.
Um, ooh, I gotta go change something on my fantasy team before tonight. I gotta go take Saquon out my lineup. Anyway, um, with Joe Mixon, if they can get that running game going, uh, to kind of slow down Aaron Donald and try to give Joe Burrow a chance to play a little bit better, show us something a little bit more than what he's been showing us. I do think the Bengals can get this one. They got to get this one. You can't start on 3.
Yeah.
Um, cannot. And people, like I said, are potentially picking y'all to be a Super Bowl contender. So in this one, the Rams hung close last week until they let some mistakes go, and they let that one kind of slip away in the last few minutes. That, like I said, that score wasn't indicative of what that game truly was. Uh, I'm gonna go Cincinnati 28, Los Angeles 21.
Um. Honestly, it depends on how the Rams offense plays.
Mm.
If that young boy, what's his name? That receiver they got.
Puka Nakua, which was a big pickup for me in fantasy. I'm in a lot of leagues, but was a big pickup for me in fantasy last week. Puka Nakua.
Yeah,
Been waiting
he
to say his
he
name the
cook.
whole show.
He hot as fish grease right now. He cooking
Yeah,
shit. So I
yeah.
expect him to have a great game.
hmm
If they clicking on all cylinders in the pass game, I mean, honestly, he is their pass game at this point. So
hmm
I mean, if they clicking and he getting open, I mean, shit, man. It's like another one of them catch games. Like shit, the Rams could pull this out. I mean, the Bengals are only favored by what 2 points,
Yeah, 2.5. So yeah,
2.5. So
yeah,
it could be it's really close. So I
yeah.
don't know, man. I mean, Joe Burrow on my fantasy team, so I hope his ass wake up this week. But man,
Yeah.
we'll see, man. I'm gonna fuck around, take his ass out, put Derek Carr in the game, and cap. But we'll see, man. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know, man.
That was a tough one for me too.
I
That
don't know.
was
It's
a tough
tough.
one.
I think because you picked Cincinnati, I'm gonna go Rams. I'm
Okay.
gonna go Rams, and I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be like shit. hmm, I'm gonna say 16-13.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we're gonna hit the waiver wire a little bit too. Last little portion of NFL news for the week, y'all guys. A little waiver wire, what we've heard around the NFL from our sources, the other pundits that we talk to get our information from to deliver to y'all. Um, what I've been hearing is, certain people are up for trades. T. Higgins, we have with the teams that are showing the most interest being Carolina and Baltimore. Obviously, they're not going to trade T. Higgins in division. Seeing him with Carolina, pairing him up with an option like Bryce Young would be a great option for that young quarterback. That's where I could possibly see him ending up. T. Higgins, Carolina. I could also see possibly if the Detroit Lions was to make a move like that, or
Yeah, I could see that, or Green Bay. I think
Green Bay. Yeah.
Green Bay would be a team that definitely I could see them making a move to grab him, because if you add him to, that young nucleus of receivers they got, he gonna take that Devontae Adams role where most of the passes, most is going to him. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say Green Bay would be another team. Also maybe shit, fucking Denver. Like who the fuck else do Denver got? Like Jerry Judy? Let's be real. Like
I don't know about Denver. I don't see that happening. They don't have the draft capital. They've traded all that away to get what they've got in the last couple of years. Um, but no matter what that you say, at the end of the year, he's a free. I don't see him coming back to Cincinnati because they still have to re-sign Chase,
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, and they got pieces on the defense that they need to re-sign as well if they want to keep being competitive. And they just gave Joe Burrow that
Another
deal.
two teams I ain't think about: Indianapolis and Houston.
I did. Houston was up there, but I didn't. I don't. Like I said, if they do, they possibly could trade him in the AFC, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think it's going to be an NFC team. So, but this next player is who I could see potentially going to either Houston or Indianapolis because he's on the trade block as well. Mike Evans. Um, I could definitely see him in Houston or Indianapolis if they decide to trade him.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think he gonna end up a Raider, man.
I don't see how y'all get him there. I don't see how y'all. And why would he want to go there? He wants to go and win. He wants to go and win. There's no winning in Las Vegas.
For one, nigga,
The WNBA team is what represents Vegas right now.
He wants to play with Devontae. Another thing that we already got over here is fucking Tom Brady. Like, bro, it's set. It could be potentially already setting itself up. Like,
that nigga's not coming out of retirement.
I don't mean to play, nigga. I mean because he on the staff. He owns part of the team now. Like,
yeah I know that.
So, with that being said, I could see him, potentially, because he got the relationship. It's easy to bring friends around friends. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't nothing. You want me to link you with my man? Okay, cool. I'll bring him to dinner. Mark Davis, you come out. All y'all come out. We get to know each other.
We'll see if it happens. I just don't see.
I mean, honestly, he's gonna be a free agent, so shit. I mean,
he is after this year, so that could be potentially how he gets there. But trading wise, I don't see that being an option.
No, trading wise, hell no. Nah. Trading wise, no. Nah, we don't got nothing to trade for him. Nothing.
But I do see y'all do. Wow, breaking news coming. I know this is out of the box with NFL, but breaking news by the WWE. Dolph Ziggler and Shelton Benjamin were just cut from WWE in their massive cuts, with them being formed up with UFC and forming TKO and Endeavor Sports and all those things. Shelton Benjamin and Dolph Ziggler were just cut by the WWE.
I mean, they wasn't doing shit anyway. Niggas wasn't no storylines of that.
I mean, hey, they were legends. We grew up with. So, well, me personally, I'm a big Shelton Benjamin fan. Him being from Orangeburg, South Carolina. I also saw that they cut I
Joe
also saw
Mixon,
that.
but Dolph
Yeah,
Ziggler was just like Billy Gunn too. No cap.
yeah, yeah. They also cut Mustafa Ali. Out of those three, I definitely possibly could see Mustafa
I
Ali going to
literally,
AEW.
I literally just was whooping his ass on fucking WWE 2K23 and one of them little storyline jumps. I just was punishing him on that
Yeah,
dude.
well, he
But
just got released as well. So maybe that a rundown of that a little bit later of everybody who just got released in WWE. But the three biggest names are Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, and Mustafa Ali just got released. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, Getting back to this waiver wire here with NFL, Hunter Renfro is also on that with the Patriots and the 49ers being interested in trading for the Raiders receiver. I mean, listen, if the 49ers, let's start with them, if they were to be able to get Hunter Renfro, that is over for everybody else in the NFL. And I'm me being a Falcons fan is saying like at that point in time, what do you do with them? What do you do with them? Because they can go any type of formation, any type of
you said the
whatever.
49ers?
The 49ers and the Patriots are teams that are interested in trading for Hunter Renfro.
Well,
If, if,
The Patriots, we know like that makes sense. Obviously, they've been
yeah,
dying. You know that like he falls right into Wes Welker or fucking Julian Edelman. He's right in that type of
Mhm.
receiver. Feel me? And then exactly. If he gets to the 49ers, it's gonna be up for them because
Yeah.
he really a dog. I don't
Mhm.
understand why like you're bringing the Patriots offense over here, but you're not going to use literally the second coming of Julian Edelman. Like literally, like why not?
I think he messed up when he traded Darren Waller away.
I don't honestly. I
Um,
don't think that's really a mess up. To be honest, yeah, because think about it. We can't throw the ball deep no more anyway, really. And because Jimmy Garoppolo, that's not his game. He's more
yeah, it's
down
not.
intermediate. So with us not being able to stretch the field anyway, like that's like he was good for Derek Carr because Derek Carr can toss that bitch. He can't. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't throwing no 50-yard bombs. He ain't throwing no 40-yard bomb. He can't do none of that. So and plus he stayed hurt. Like so, it is what it is. Like I think young, the young dude, I think he's gonna be all right. Now I don't think he's gonna be like Gronk. Obviously that's what they think, but
Yeah, it's not
until
happening.
because they ain't really even throwing him the ball. So you know, we'll see.
But I did
But
like him coming out of college, coming out of Notre Dame. I did like him a
nah, he
lot.
a dog though. It's just he just got to get implemented into the offense. Right now
Yeah,
he kind of just out there blocking and shit. He going out for routes, but primarily the ball's going to like Devontae for real. So
pretty much, pretty much. Some other names here. We got Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry with the Lions and the Vikings being interested in the Tennessee Titans running back. The Lions, I don't even know why they're up there. They just drafted a running back. They just signed Montgomery from Chicago. So I don't
yeah, but
see that
Montgomery hurt though.
that deal. They just, I mean, you trade him for what? You get Derrick Henry, I think, a 1 year deal. He's not going to stay there. You're giving up assets to get a 1 year deal. Now, if they're matriculating, getting something going where they have a potential playoff run, I could understand why. Yes, but yeah. And then the
Yeah,
Vikings,
if by the trade deadline they like a player away from that could be the one
yeah.
trade that take him over the top.
But the Vikings, I don't see. I just Derrick Henry.
Honestly, before they made the trade for Cam Akers, it makes sense, nigga. They don't
Yeah,
have no running back. Like I said, Shawty ran 22 times and had 62 yards. Like they don't have no running back for real.
yeah.
And I expect Cam Akers to probably do something the same, like because he wasn't making no noise in Los Angeles either. So I expect it to be close to close to what the other cuz did.
I'm gonna
So
tell you the team that I would really like to see Derrick Henry on, and if potentially, and once again, me being a Falcons fan, this is me wanting to see good football, see what players might fit in the best. Think about a Derrick Henry behind that Dallas Cowboys offensive line.
Yeah,
If I'm
yeah,
Jerry Jones, I'm getting on the phone with Tennessee right now, or whatever you want outside of CD Lamb and Micah Parsons. Let's talk about and Dak Prescott. Let's talk about it. You want a draft pick? You want a player? Okay, and those offensive linemen, of course. But I try to get Derrick Henry to Dallas because I feel like you get Derrick Henry, you might want to put the Vince Lombardi Trophy on Jerry Jones's desk, possibly.
yeah. He definitely. I honestly, yeah, I agree. He definitely can help them. But at the same time, like with him though, you also got to think it's all about if he can stay healthy. With the running backs, the way they're getting hurt this year, that's a like a call. Like you make that trade and he come out there in the second week he hurt. It's like now not only did you lose draft capital, you lost like you pretty much don't have him anyway.
Yeah,
So because he's another one that he be hurt too. So
yeah,
it's like I mean yeah you could say that, but it could go the other way too, and he could fuck around and be hurt the whole time, or come over there and not really be what he was in Tennessee. Even though with that O line, I don't think that would be the case, but you just never know.
yeah,
Like look at Saquon Barkley, he like some straight shit right now.
yeah. He do.
So, we know that that's not the case, but that's what he looks like right now. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
The
is
next
what it
player
is.
we have is a player that's been really disgruntled with this organization for a while. Thought he was actually gonna get traded this offseason. Um, we got Daniil Hunter here with the defensive end for the Minnesota Vikings. They say that the team showing the most interest are the Browns and the Seahawks. I don't agree with that. I feel like the teams that should probably be showing the most interest in him should possibly be the 49ers and the Eagles. They bolster that defensive line, which I mean is already you. I mean, I don't know how you would make it work in the cap with both of those teams, or maybe even the Chargers as well. You could throw the Chargers in the mix for that to throw him with the Khalil Mack with the Joey Bosa, and let them boys pin their ears back and do what they do. Uh, but I don't feel like the Browns or the Seahawks. Maybe the Seahawks because they have the potential to make it. I just don't believe in the
And you
Browns
and you said
at this point in
Daniel
time.
Hunter, right?
Yeah, Daniil Hunter.
All right, Daniel. Like I ain't gonna hold you. If he get to Cleveland, man, him and fucking what's
Miles Garrett.
yeah, him and Miles Garrett, but because their defense already tough.
Yeah, and they also signed your boy Zendarius Smith
See, that's
over
what I'm
from
saying.
the
They already tough on D, bro. So like on some real shit, like they add another pass rusher like that, like it's gonna be tough to block them boys, man. And like I always say, in the later months is when football really get tough. When it can start getting cold, people running the ball more. That's when you gonna need players like that. You feel me?
yeah,
Cause you know.
yeah, you right.
So
Yeah,
I
you
feel
right.
like if he was to get to a Cleveland, a Miami,
I
like
didn't see that Miami would be a nice team as well.
like somewhere like that, shit.
Yeah,
Even the fucking what the fuck is that team name? Shit, y'all for real.
yeah. We actually have a player with the last player on the list that a lot of pundits have him pinned to us, and we're gonna get to him after this guy. Uh, Jonathan Taylor, who I feel as though the organization is screwing with him a little bit in terms of contract, and they want to say he's injured and all this. I feel like he's going to get traded, and this one could potentially be in the AFC. There's a couple of teams uh, that he could end up with: the Bengals, the Browns, uh, the Ravens are linked to him as well. There's another AFC team here. I can't remember them at the top. I didn't get the chance to really look into that one and confirm it. But those are the teams that have been linked to him. Excuse me, Houston as well. That was the other team. Uh, so I could see him in Houston with that young quarterback C.J. Stroud, who has been playing very well uh, these first 2 weeks. You pair him up with the Jonathan Taylor, and you got a nice little nucleus on there. You get a receiver in the draft, and you got something, you know. So
You said in Houston, they ain't trade him to no Houston, bro.
I mean, listen, you can either trade him to whoever for something, or next year when he's a free agent. I mean, you could franchise tag him, but not a lot of people are franchise tagging running backs right now. And even if you franchise tag him, who's to say that he's gonna play for you next year? So who's to say he don't end up there already on a free agent deal? So you want to let him go in the division for nothing, or at least try to get something, you know, because he's gone regardless. That's how I look at it.
I ain't heard
You
none of
know,
that shit you just said, boy. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Jonathan Taylor needs honestly another team. Like I said,
yeah.
Cleveland, even though they just got Kareem Hunt. Imagine they bust that move and get Jonathan Taylor. Bro.
That would be nice.
You feel
That would
me?
be very nice.
Cleveland is another team. Who else? The fucking shit, Washington.
Yeah. Yeah.
Washington. I ain't gonna lie. Washington got like two running backs though. They got Brian Robinson. Job like all right. I ain't gonna
They're
hold
not
you.
a Jonathan Taylor. They're not a Jonathan Taylor. He led the
I mean
league in
that's
rushing.
cool. That's true though. That's true. But shit, like you said, Dallas could be another team that could
Potentially
potentially,
Dallas, yes. Now the
or
last player. My bad. Go ahead.
probably shit Green Bay shit.
They got AJ Dillon. They got Aaron Jones. That'd be a very crowded backfield. Very crowded backfield.
But they could send one of them off like AJ Dillon. Get his ass sent over.
Potentially.
You
Potentially.
feel me?
Yeah.
They sent AJ Dillon to Indianapolis. Basically swap running backs with like just like just like what fucking the Vikings just did. Where they didn't swap running backs, but they made the trade with the contentional draft picks. It'll be something like that. Like, you know.
I feel you. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Now the last player that we have on this list, Chase Young. Now with the Commanders, which I really hate that name, Magic Johnson. Please change it. Should have just stayed the Washington football team. That was actually a very hard name. People
No,
actually,
that's not. That's horrible.
I like the Washington football team.
That's horrible, bro. Like no
It's
cap.
better than
I
it's
live
better
in
than
I live in the area. That's a horrible fucking name, bro. No cap.
better than the Commanders.
Bro, they should have left them niggas the motherfucking Redskins. Bro, what I want niggas to realize is if the team was named the Washington Niggas, nobody would be like, no, niggas wouldn't be like, oh, well, we need to have a petition to change the name. Nah, niggas would be mad that we even want to change the name. If them niggas was the Washington darkies or some shit like that,
Uh,
motherfuckers would let them niggas be that. But they're
mm,
mad because we named them niggas the Redskins. Be the fuck for real, man. Them niggas' names is the Redskins. Them niggas is the Redskins. The fuck?
yeah,
Like,
I still do
bro,
be
what?
calling them the Redskins. That because that,
Bro,
but
I don't,
Magic, please
bro.
change them to something else if you see this.
What in the fuck is a commander, nigga? Put the
Yeah, what is
Indian
that?
nigga back on the side of y'all helmet and, man, get back to business, man.
Yeah,
Stop playing. Let them niggas wear them throwback unis one game or something, man, for real.
yeah. But Chase Young, being linked to Atlanta, the Bengals and the Lions, which if I'm the Atlanta Falcons, now this is me being completely a fan right now, Terry Smith, excuse me, Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith, you get on the phone, you call them and you say, do you want next year first round pick and next year second? Like, I mean, we sign him to, we do what we get, because we're there. Like Deion Sanders like to say he's one dog, 6 dogs away. The Falcons are that one dog away from being where we need to be, and that's Chase Young. You put Chase Young with this defense that we had. You put him with a David Oyemata, a Calais Campbell, a Grady Jarrett, a Caden Ellis. You got Jesse Bates on the back end. You got AJ Terrell on the outside. You got a Jeff Okuda coming back this week, and we potentially get Chase Young. I don't see how you don't say that we're not in the top three in the NFC. And I know that's me, whatever me being, because I'm always right now where we at with the 49ers and the Eagles being the top two teams. But like you said, Desmond Ritter played well last week. He's coming along. That running game is always going to be there with Bijan and Tyler Algier with Patterson coming back this week as well, potentially. Um, Desmond Ritter ran the ball, had a touchdown. Kyle Pitts, Arthur Smith, please do something with him. There are people out here whose fantasy lives are dependent on him. Okay? Throw him the ball. We don't care. Tight end screens, something in the red zone. This nigga is 6'6" and can run like a fucking stallion. The fuck are y'all doing? Anyway, would like to see him in Atlanta, Chase Young. The Bengals, like I said, could use him. The Lions, you put him next to
Aiden Hutchinson.
Hutchinson. Yeah, I would like that. That would be nice because their back end needs some help. They need to generate some pressure because that back end is, like I told you, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. And that second corner, like I said, I can't remember his name, but he had 8 or 9 targets, and it was all completions last week for 2 touchdowns. That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah, they gotta get some pressure on the quarterback. So yeah, I could see that. Honestly, another team too, shit, the Chargers.
Yeah,
Chargers
yeah.
could use them. The fucking who else? Let's see, the Chargers, the fucking
The Ravens could, that would be nice.
yeah, the Ravens. That way
The
he
Chiefs,
probably the Chiefs definitely.
yeah.
Um Shit, us. The fuck all we got is Max out there.
Y'all, I mean, you don't want to go from one. The Washington has potential to make the playoffs. Y'all have potential to, you
Make
don't
the
even know.
motherfucking playoffs, nigga.
Okay, all
Stop
right.
playing, nigga.
Okay.
The fuck, stop playing.
Okay. Yeah, I
Stop
picked y'all to win.
playing,
Listen, I
nigga.
picked y'all to win this week, but I'm not gonna go that far. All right, this is not fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, guess what? We win this week and Kansas City lose. We in first place. So,
I mean, Kansas City plays Chicago, so and we both said 34-10. I don't
all
think.
right, nigga. Guess what, though?
Uh, yeah, okay,
All right, shit. If they win, we tie for first place. Fuck it. Shit.
okay,
Straight up.
that'd be nice.
Yeah,
We
man.
win. When we beat Detroit. Like I said, we were going to. We'll be probably one of, if not the last undefeated. Well, no, it's because it's gonna be a cut. Dallas will still be undefeated. Philly will still be. Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's the end of our NFL rundown this week, guys. We're gonna get into some of this NBA preview, NBA news, what we got going on in the association. Um, let's start off with some player movement, some players that's coming back from injury, how we think they're gonna go down. Um, I think potentially let's start off with this comeback player of the year because I think this kid is going. I like what he's been bringing to the table. I think they need to add some more pieces around him. Potentially, he might leave this team, but LaMelo Ball is going to take a big. He might like not even a comeback player. He might get most improved player, but I just see this being LaMelo Ball's year. Um, it is time, and he's showing big improvement each year that he's been in the league. I really did think they were going to show up a few years ago when they was in that play-in tournament game. They came out and looked completely flat. Um, but I believe in LaMelo. I like the pickup that they made in the draft with that kid out of Alabama, um, Miller. I think putting
Yeah, I
him
know what you're
beside
talking about. His name
Yeah,
Brandon Miller, I think.
yeah. I think putting him beside Lamelo is gonna look good. They still need. I think they need pieces down low. They need a four. They need a five. Uh, Oubre is decent at the three. Um, but I don't. I guess
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean, they still gonna be some shit. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, but that's a player that in terms of growth movement, what we see in the NBA. Another thing, look at Fred Van Fleet getting the bag this summer. Getting the bag. I don't know what it's going to look like in Houston. I think they have pieces. First off, Kevin Porter Jr., you are the most disgusting human being there is walking this earth for what you did to that beautiful woman. Whatever you get, what is coming to you is what you deserve. What you did was completely wrong.
Bro
Uh,
out here beating bitches up though.
yeah, that's
Crazy,
crazy.
bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's
Crazy,
crazy. Because they said
bro.
in the report, it said till she was bloody, which is we don't condone that at all. That is horrible.
And I also want to say this.
Damn.
I know motherfuckers gonna be like, well, that don't matter. My question is, what did she do
Mm,
in order for him to zap out like that? Or is
yeah.
this cause you know, right after that, you feel me, her lawyer came out and said that the claims that was made are not exactly true. So are you saying it's not true that it's worse, or are you saying it's not true that it's not even as bad as what was reported? Like,
Mm.
is this something they do all the time? Yeah, like, are they a toxic relationship? Like, hey, you feel me?
With
But I
them
mean,
both being
either
athletes,
way,
she was in the W.
yeah. But I mean, either way, that don't really matter. I mean, shit, like, she nigga, I damn near make much money as her working at Coke, and she fucking in the WNBA. Like, I realize I make like 60,000, nigga. She only makes 70. Like, no cap.
Yeah.
And she's a whole WNBA player. So like that just goes to show, bro. Like that's
We
yeah.
need to
I mean,
improve the
he
pay
fucked up. I
for
mean,
the
he fucked
W.
up beating her fucking ass because I mean he wild as shit. Did you see
Yeah.
her sister? Her sister
Yeah.
made that post like, yeah, we don't take kindly to that. We gonna beat your punk ass, getting your nails painted,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, that shit crazy, bro. That shit
Yeah.
crazy, man. I just pray for their
Her
situation.
sister is a W.
It's
Not a W.
honestly
She's in
fucked up
college
that he beat
basketball
her up like
already.
that though.
Yeah,
Like,
that is.
no
That's
matter,
horrible.
honestly, I say this to everybody watching, man. I say this, look, with the camera, right? Look, I don't care what the situation is, walk away. Get the fuck out of there. Cause the shit gonna go bad the minute that you put your hand, like, she hit you, get the fuck out of there. I don't care
Oh
what you
yeah.
think. I'ma hit no, bro, because it don't matter what happened, they gonna look at you like, nigga, no, you. Even if she hit you first, you the one getting in trouble.
Most definitely.
So just get the fuck out of there. She grab you, push her off, you get up out of there, man. Like, leave before shit go to a place you didn't want it to go.
Most definitely. That young man is just
So,
possibly threw millions of dollars away, a
I mean, I'm
potential
gonna keep it 1,000.
NBA career for a
I'm gonna
dumb
keep it
mistake.
1,000 though, because there's no footage. Like, see, the difference between him and Ray Rice, there was footage of Ray Rice.
What do you mean? There was footage of Kareem Hunt and his incident, and he still made it back. There was footage of a whole other players, and they let's look at my boy Greg Hardy in Carolina. Even though there was not a lot of footage, but there was a lot of testimony. There was pictures, bloody shower, all of this, and he still came
Yeah,
back and
but
had it with Dallas.
that's why I say
Um,
the difference is with Ray Rice is because of
it was one of the first ones.
not only that, yeah, he was definitely one of the first ones. But also, shit, it was footage though. The other shit, yeah, there was pictures that, like, the one nigga who came in there was beating his wife up on camera. He was a linebacker or some shit. I can't remember his name, but nigga, he was done too. And that's another thing too. Like, not to go into like another tangent, but I am though. shit. Let's talk about this Bears shit, cause we talking about, you know, motherfuckers. Oh yeah, matter of fact, we already talked about the NFL shit. I'm tripping. I'm high as shit. We on the NBA shit.
Hey, I was gonna let you go until get back. We was gonna rein it back in. Get back where we was at.
Yeah, whole
But
time I'm ready to rant for real. Nah, go ahead.
yeah, nah. But we was talking about player movement. Fred Van Fleet. I think potentially the Rockets have young talent. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
he
I'm not
went
a
there
fan
for
of
the bag,
Jalen Green. I'm not a fan. I am a fan of.
bro.
I'm not a fan of Jalen Green.
Bro, he has a ring already. He going there because them niggas
No,
is
not
paying.
that. No, not that. Green.
I'm
I'm talking
talking
about.
about no. I'm talking about Fred Van Vliet.
Yeah,
Nigga,
yeah.
it ain't about who on that fucking team. It ain't about no playoffs, nigga. He got a ring. Most niggas don't even get that. So the fact that he could go there and get paid, nigga, he going to get the money. It ain't about who on the team. It ain't about no playoffs. It ain't about none of that shit. It's about that money. Straight up. All that other shit, nigga, I already got a ring.
I
I'm
don't think
good.
that
And then on top of that, he going down in history. He was on the team that won the first ring in Toronto Raptors history, and he was a significant part of that. It's niggas like James Harden, Russell West that ain't done no shit like that. So, nigga, not to say he better than them or anything like that, but I'm just saying, nigga, he did it already. He can go to the sorriest team long as them niggas is paying the most. It don't even matter. No cap. It do
I
not
guess
matter.
I don't feel that. I don't feel that way about it. I mean, I think he went there with the aspects. You've won. You know what it's like to win on the highest level. I mean, yes, you want to get the bag, but you also still want to have a a chance to make it to the playoffs. I don't think the Rockets are. The West is loaded this year. The West
But that's what I'm
is
trying to tell you.
loaded. We don't know how good this kid Wembanyama's gonna be. Not saying that he propels the Spurs to the playoffs, but if they potentially say he is what everybody says he is, then he should actually, factor in somewhere with that. Um, the Lakers are going to be a completely better team. I think they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals again, potentially the NBA Finals. I have them penciled in somewhere in there potentially. Denver's still going to be who they are. The Kings are going to get better. I feel like if the Warriors get the White, which even if they don't, they're still going to be competitive. I don't. When you think about Dallas and Luca and Kyrie, I don't think they don't play enough defense. They don't. They don't. And then I think that's gonna hurt them again unless they
Bro,
make some trades to add something.
bro, they don't. Not only do they not play enough defense, Kyrie's a dog. Don't get me wrong. He was just on my Nets. He's a dog for sure. But the problem is, nigga, he not really a leader. Like if we look over his career, like with him leading the Cavs, nigga, they won 29 games when he led the Nets before when KD was hurt. 29 games. Like when it's him as the lead horse, nigga, he don't be producing. And now, yes, he's number 2 on the fucking Mavericks to Luca, but Luca is another nigga that yeah,
Hmm.
he can score and all that, but he ain't like okay, like I say like this, like LeBron is more like a I want. I'm passing it around. If I gotta score 30, I'm gonna score 30. But to be honest, he set niggas up so everybody is. You feel me?
Hmm.
That's how you gotta play with a team like that. If you know you the lead dog, you gotta set everybody else up. You gonna get yours. You Luca, you gonna get yours. But Luca got to be more in that mindset if he want that team to be successful. Not only that, they just fucking lost Christian Wood to the fucking Lakers.
Yeah.
So, so even with that, like, okay, now you have to be that type of player because Kyrie isn't that. He's a scorer. Literally, he's a scorer. He's not going to get no 15 assists. He's not going to get no 10 assists. None of that. He can potentially, but that's not really his game. He's just a scorer. So if he's just a scorer, you got to be the person to do the everything.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like you got to be the lead dog. You got to be set niggas up. You got to be when it's your time to score. You got to take the game over. Like that's how you got to be as the lead person. Like that's how it works.
Yeah.
So it's like if they don't figure that out, they're gonna be out of the playoffs. They're gonna be the 10th team in the fucking West in the play-in, and they're gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because
feel me?
I think OKC takes a step forward.
Yeah,
I
okay.
like
See,
I
I think
like
they're gonna be okay. I think they're gonna be all
yeah.
right. Cause shot, Gilgis Alexander, like he on his shit. Like he
Yeah.
getting better and better. So
Yeah. I like them a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
And who else is out there in the I don't know. Zion for this
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I think he going I think if he could come back and just last, that's his only thing. He could come back and play, but he gotta survive the season.
yeah.
As long as 82 games, he can't get injured 20 games in, and we don't see him for 30 more games. Like
I mean I was a believer at first and I'm slowly, I don't want to say I'm off,
I'm not
but
gonna
it's
say I can't
starting
get
to
one thing about it when he out there, like I say, bro, average 24 and 24 and a half points. Like
yeah.
when he actually out there, he's a dog. The problem is he got to stay on the court. If he can't stay on the court, then yeah, he's gonna be a bust. But if he could figure out how to just stay healthy, because that's the only issue. He like Chase Young, literally. Nigga got all the potential in the world, but if he can't stay healthy, it's like we're gonna just remember how good you could have been. So shit, for him, he got to be able to last. And with them new load management rules, ain't no load management.
Yeah.
So with that being said, he has to play. So he's gonna have to figure out how to be more durable.
I wonder what that load management thing is that gonna potentially get some of these players out the league. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think so. It all. I mean, it really depends. Cause like with the rules being like,
Or does it have them potentially faking some injuries?
I think it's going to. Cause honestly, the only reason that there's a load management is due to the fans. Because the NBA, I'm assuming, feels like, well, shit, like the fans pay to see this player. And if y'all doing low management, they sitting out. It's like, nigga, I didn't pay to see these. I paid to see LeBron. Like I didn't pay to. You feel me?
Well,
So
they say certain players have the ability to do certain different things with load management. Like I think it's
yeah, like
LeBron
LeBron can. You already know they're gonna make it so LeBron can.
yeah,
He gonna get him. Like they ain't
yeah,
gonna ever leave LeBron in the cold for sure. Like he gonna get him. That's why he the pitcher. He's the pitcher when they have that one for that part of it. That's why, cause that's for him. Like no gap.
mm,
But like I say, man, I mean, I don't know, man, because I've been noticing now across sports, like the athletes is just getting like more injured a lot, like quicker. It seemed like and worse. Like it seemed like the injuries are like I don't know, man. They just seem so much more frequent than they ever were. Like, and it's like across sports, like not just basketball, but football. Like it's like I don't know, man. So with the new low management rules, shit. Uh-uh.
I mean, I feel it's gonna make basketball a whole lot better.
Definitely
With
for us, the ones
yeah,
watching. Definitely for the people
yeah,
watching,
I think it's gonna make basketball a whole lot better.
for sure.
Um, Getting back to this preview of the rest of the league, the Grizzlies. I feel like they got to hold on till Ja gets back, but he has to come back, and I know it's gonna be hard, but I hope he can hit the ground running because I mean they got the potential to be in the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if they Marcus Smart is. I feel like Marcus Smart is going to make them better defensively. Is going to take because now, but do you play? Because basically Desmond Bain is a big guard, but I guess you can play him at the three. He can guard the three. But do you go when Ja comes back? Do you go Ja, Smart, Bain, um, Jaron Jackson, and then what's the big
Even Adams.
Australia Steven Adams? Is that what you run, or do you do some other type of lineup where you got Marcus Smart coming off the bench? You know, um, so that's where you have to figure that out. Um, but I do think they're a playoff team. The Clippers are the Clippers. If everybody, who's who's to even know how they manage what they got to do with these uh
You
with
know
these
what I
rules
think?
with
You
them.
know what I honestly think niggas gonna be doing?
Mm.
Faking injuries.
That's what I said. Yeah, I think
Niggas
I
going
definitely can
since
see
they
that.
can't since they doing low management rules now. Motherfuckers gonna be like, oh, my ankle sprained out for 2 weeks the whole time. That's just low management. We just letting them
Hmm.
rest. His ankle not really sprained. We just letting them rest. Like
Hmm.
that's how motherfuckers ready to get around that potential. Like I already know
Hmm.
that's gonna be the way. Motherfucker, back soreness out for 3 days.
Yep.
Okay, that's his low
Yep.
management. Like
Yep.
that's how they gonna do it. Like no cap. But
And you can't tell me that my back don't hurt.
yeah, like you can't like that's what I'm saying. So that's literally how they're gonna do it. Like,
Hmm.
so and then
Which
it's
is
going
crazy.
somebody gonna get into a potential lawsuit because the NBA gonna start finding niggas because they're gonna be like, well, y'all not about to start doing this. Like, and you know,
So I guess we both can agree that we would say that the Rockets are probably the worst team in the West this year, possibly. I'm gonna say that Rockets are the
I
worst
wouldn't
team in the
say
West.
I don't know about the worst possibly, but I don't know about the worst because I
And
feel like
we're leaving out Minnesota. Let's not forget about them. But I'm not a
I feel
believer in
like they
Carl
might
Anthony Towns.
I feel like they might surprise people. I think Karl Anthony Towns gonna fuck around and get traded this year.
To where I think he's a bum.
He gonna
I
get
wouldn't say
traded.
he's a bum, but he's not what he thinks he is. Let me say that.
He gonna get traded somewhere. Like honestly, I mean, I can see his ass going to the Hawks. I can see him being on the Hawks just because of the way they play. His play
Possibly
style, like
Charlotte.
yeah, his play style like fits that. So
Yeah.
I could see that. But the only thing is he got to stop being so fucking soft. That's the only
Thank
problem.
you, bro. Thank
Like he
you,
be
bro.
like he's a great. I think he's a great player. Like he has potential to be
I won't
great,
say great. I
nigga.
think
He's really
If he can have a shot in the league, how come Demarcus Cousins can't? That's
because
all I want to say.
for one, he's way younger than Demarcus Cousins. And for
I
two,
mean, that's cool. I mean, you acting like Demarcus Cousins is old. Demarcus Cousins can still
all right,
dominate
but
the
and for
league.
two, Demarcus Cousins is probably a problem in the locker room, whereas the Karl Anthony Towns is not.
You know, this is my thing with this whole thing with Demarcus Cousins. This man was came into the league very young, right? When you look at it, he played 1 year at Kentucky, right? And then came straight into the league. He was still a teenager when he came into the league. So the way that he was acting then, he really grew up in the league. And so sometimes as a young man in that environment, you know, people handle it differently. Maybe he didn't handle it, which there are cases and articles about how he acted in the locker room and things of that nature. But this man is a grown man now. I feel like if certain people, hey, we gave Gilbert Arenas, or they gave Gilbert Arenas a second chance to play in the league. Uh, Plenty of other people have gotten second chances to play in the league.
But he
So why
did get a
can't he?
second chance. But he did get a second chance. He was in the league, was out of the league, came back, and then he was on the Warriors. He played with the Lakers. Nigga, nigga, what? He didn't had chances already. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm saying they're not allowing him another chance right now. He deserves a chance, and he can't get another chance right now, and he deserves it.
I mean, when
I'm telling you,
somebody,
if you give this man the opportunity, this man is a walking double double, a walking double double.
when he was on the Lakers, they was nasty. But, bro,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm
Going
being
around the
that's true, but nigga, no.
West, take that back. This might actually be potentially the worst team in the West.
No.
The Portland Trailblazers, who we all eventually will be trading Damian Lillard away. With Miami potentially still being in the race, uh, I think we both have four teams that we think he could potentially look good on it. I'm gonna give my four teams first, and then you go with yours. These are my four teams in no order. Bucks, because I think him and Giannis would take over the league. That will fit perfectly into what both players are missing on each other's teams now, and what each player would fit with. I feel like to get I feel like to get Damian onto the Bucks, you would probably have to give up possibly Chris Middleton and your boy what's the big man name? God damn it. Clay used to play for the Bulls. God damn it.
Used to play for the Bulls. You said
Bobby
who?
Portis. I feel like you could give up.
Man,
I feel
nigga,
like if you give
fuck,
up if
bro,
you give up Chris Middleton, Bobby
bro,
Portis, and a pick,
bro,
I feel
bro,
like the you don't feel like Portland would take that.
bro. Fuck Bobby. If I could get Damian Lillard, nigga, fuck Chris Middleton, nigga. Get them niggas the fuck out of here. If I
Chris
could get, if
Middleton and Bobby Portis have an NBA ring. They know what it's like to
I
win.
don't give a
And
fuck if what they got, them nigga. If I could, if
all
a
I'm saying is Damian Lillard would
nah,
fit on
nah,
the
nah, nah,
Bucks.
nah,
That's
nah,
what
nah,
I'm
nah, nah,
saying.
nah, nah. Fuck all that, nigga. If I can think about the team, they already a good team. If all I gotta give up is Chris Middleton, who the last 2 seasons been fucking hurt, and fucking Bobby Portis, nigga, and a pick, and get Dame to add with Giannis. Come
That's
on,
what I'm
man.
saying. I'm saying that would work.
Stop
That's one of
it.
my teams. That's one of my
Bro,
teams
this
that
what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
like.
This I'm saying. Stop it, bro.
So you don't think that could happen?
No, I'm not saying it. Nigga, that ain't nigga. What, bro? One thing about it could happen, but nigga, what is Portland ain't
Or
getting shit for them,
or you could give up if that one that's not what you want. I give you Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and a pick.
bro.
So I mean, I feel like both packages would be nice. And then also another team. This is one of my four. I think the Knicks. I think he would fit good in with the Knicks. You package Julius Randle or whatever, da 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 da, and you trade him to the Knicks. One of my other teams is the Bulls, which is a sleeper team, but I can see him working there. And then this is a team where I feel like has the player assets and the draft pick assets to go and pair him up with this young kid who I think is going to be really good in Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic.
Yeah,
I think he will work very well with Paulo Benchero. And I mean, I know he says he doesn't want to do anything rebuilding. He wants to go somewhere where he can win. Or the only team, that could possibly happen with is the Orlando. I mean, excuse me, is the Miami Heat, and we don't know where that's going to end up. So, you know, it is what it is with that one. Um, but that's the roundup on the Western Conference. You're gonna go ahead and on my teams and Eastern Conference teams that I think could get Damian Lillard. What are your teams you think could grab him?
honestly, Miami, of course, because they basically telling the world that they trying to court the nigga. So
Mm,
definitely Miami. I picked the Bucks too, of course, because I was thinking the same thing, mixing him with Giannis. That would be great. I don't know
mm,
how they gonna pan that trade out, but that would be
mm,
great. A great pairing. You feel me? OKC, a team I picked. Um, because they're young and they
mm,
actually on the come up already. You feel me? If they add a veteran like Dame to what they already got going on, you feel me? That could potentially push them over because I mean they about to literally be a playoff team without them. So
mm.
if you add them to what they already doing, feel me? Maybe potentially bring in another like real big man or something. Feel me? Like somebody who just there to grab boards and play defense or something like that.
Mm.
Grab one of them. You got Shy Dame. Feel me? Like I could see that working together. You feel me? Because both of them just need another person. So why not
Yeah.
just put them together type shit? So I could see that. Then I picked the Knicks as well. Feel me? Um, just because I mean the Knicks always every time a star player is up for trade, the Knicks is always one of the teams trying to get them. So
Mm.
I could just see that possibly they throwing their hat in there just because they always trying to get star niggas. And then shit, of course my Nets. Like only reason I picked the Nets is because shit, not just because they my team, but because shit, Dame himself named the Nets as a team. So
I
shit,
guess y'all gonna give up Ben Simmons, right?
Ben Simmons, nigga. Them if them niggas let us give them Ben Simmons for Damian Lillard, yeah. If them niggas say that, I mean, obviously we're joking here, but if they did, hell yeah, what the fuck? Man, not even batting an eye. I mean, honestly, we had to make some moves, put some niggas around him, because I mean the team cool, but like honestly, if he came to us, that'd be just like standing on the Blazers.
Yeah, it would be probably even worse.
I don't know about
Y'all
work
didn't.
because we definitely better than them.
Y'all. I mean, y'all didn't look good in the playoffs last year, so I
I mean,
mean,
it don't matter. We was there. The Blazers wasn't.
I guess. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're seeing how the that's the roundup for, like I said, the Western Conference. Like I said, I have the Lakers coming out of the West this year. That's what I'm gonna say in terms of representing the NBA Finals. I don't know who you're gonna pick coming out of the. We didn't even talk about the Suns, and that's crazy. We didn't
I
even
mean,
talk about
that's
the
who I was gonna
Warriors, but
pick.
we
I mean, that's who I was gonna pick coming out of the West. Actually,
we know what those teams are gonna do. I don't. I mean,
I honestly picked the Suns just because. I mean, shit, they got a full off season. Last year they didn't. They just grabbed KD and they made it to. I mean, they was gonna make it to the playoffs anyway because they was already good. But now they got Bradley Beal. They got an entire off season to work together to, you feel me, figure out what they doing. Like I really think that they gonna be something serious. Another team too. I mean, the Warriors always tough. So
yeah.
and with Chris Paul out there, when Steph come out the game, well, they said Chris Paul potentially gonna be starting too. So what I honestly think is that Chris Paul might start, and either that's how they gonna do their load management. When they want Steph to get a break, Chris Paul gonna be the start nigga type shit. Like that's how they gonna trade theirs all type
And
shit.
what you talking about? And Steph gonna come off the bench? They what? What are you saying?
Like
Or
that's
you
how
just
they
not?
gonna work their load management for Steph. Like okay, when Steph need a break, like okay, they want to do their load management. That's the way they gonna finesse it. They gonna just okay, Chris Paul, boom, because Chris Paul gonna start two some. But I think if he do, Steph might either come out at the two, which makes them dangerous. Because I mean, Chris Paul can really facilitate the ball, like so that makes all the shoot that makes them more dangerous because he really can pass and set niggas up. And that's
I
what they
think.
missing because that's not really what Steph does. Steph is like Kyrie. He can do it, but he just really a
Yeah.
scorer. He's really a
Yeah.
scorer for real. He can do it, but he can dribble. He do all that. He's really just a scorer. So it's like he can do it, but that's not so. Now with them having Chris Paul, they got somebody who really can facilitate the ball. So really run the offense, really move the ball. So with him out there now, and like I said, they get him and they get the White. That makes them more dangerous because now we can move niggas around. It's just like Kyrie going to the two, basically. That's what he do. It's just the same thing. It's no different than when he go to the two. Like when he had to go to the two when James Harden came over. It's the same thing. Like,
Yeah, but I still don't see how that makes them better in the West. I mean, they're always going to be the Warriors. They're going to be able to do what they do. They're going to be in the playoffs. We know that as long as they have those three and they stay healthy. But I
that's
just feel
another
like the
thing, healthy.
yeah, I just feel
I like
like
to.
the Lakers added so much, and with the Suns didn't really add that much around other than Barrett Bradley Bill. We still don't know what their bench is gonna look like. We still don't know how they're gonna. It's three people who all over their careers have been number one options for the most of their careers and want to shoot the ball. And there's only one ball, and they haven't done it. I mean, KD has, and
I mean,
it's always
they got close. They got the ass whooped though. So
yeah. I'm. We'll see what it looks like. I've always, uh, I've always liked. I will say I've liked Bradley Beal's game. Been a fan of Devin Booker. I just don't feel like none of the outside of KD, who has gotten better over his career at playing defense. I don't think Bradley Beal and Devin Booker like to play defense, and DeAndre